Got all King Drive shut down right here. What the hell's going on? Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, what is going on? You already know who it is, and you know the video series because you clicked on the damn link. Coming at you with a brand new Hoodeats. Episode 29, one more episode till 30. God, is this series flying by. After so many requests, I'm finally doing another Hoodeats on the supermoto. Shout out to Volta Design for always killing it with the wraps on my bikes. Absolutely love this one, my guy. Currently, we are in the Grand Crossing neighborhood, and today we are going to the neighborhood of Chatham. We're on 55th and King, also known as Garfield and King, a couple blocks north of O Block, and I figured it would only be right to start our vlog over here for a couple reasons. So I'm going to stop running my suck and get going. Ooh. Hop the curb and through the grass. Dirt bike things. This thing's acceleration is absolutely nuts. Just a lot of these new 450s in general are absolutely nuts because they come fuel injected, computers that you can read on your phone, and it tells you everything about the motor. It's just very nice. Love that. Respect life. Every time I come past Washington Park, there's something in the fences like that. Respect life. Stop killing our kids. Something. I don't know if you guys can see the trees or the grass right now, but or I guess my windbreaker, how crazy windy it is today in the Windy City. Let's see if we can roll something. Notice the motor turns off still on stoppies. I've got to figure out a way to relocate the fuel pump farther forward for stoppies. Fuel pump's all the way in the back. It's great for wheelies, not good for stoppies. Oh, and while I'm at it, why is Chicago called the Windy City? It's not because of days like today when it's terribly windy. It actually got that nickname because windies is a term used to refer to lies. And the politicians here tell a lot of windies, so that's why it's called the Windy City. Well, like I've said in some of my earlier Hoodeats when I have passed through O Block here, a lot of rappers have come out of this housing project. Most prominently Chief Keef, Lil Durk. However, in recent years, another big name has come out of O Block. Probably my favorite rapper this whole year too, which is pretty crazy, King Von. And, as some of you guys have seen in the news, he was recently shot and killed by an Atlanta police officer of all things. Really sad because that was definitely somebody that was going to pass the torch here in Chicago as far as the rap scene. And he lived a very crazy life, and I understand that sometimes that catches up to guys, you know, especially in the streets here. It just sucked because he was so talented, and, you know, he'd already been through so much. He had already been to prison and beat a murder charge, came up in some of the meanest streets in the country down here in the South Side, and to go through all that and, you know, be doing huge venues all over the country and sign with a major record deal, and then something like that go on, just, it sucks. A couple months prior, of course, FBG Duck, who was one of Vaughn's ops, was shot and killed down in the Gold Coast. So it just kind of sucks that we had probably our two biggest up-and-coming rappers taken from us way too early over both senseless shit. I've heard the saying before, and I'm really beginning to think it's true, and that is that there is not a more dangerous job in Chicago than being a rapper. A lot of the times these rappers are kind of the poster child for their hood or their gang or their clique, and if you really got beef with somebody or a clique or a hood or whatever, you're probably going to go for their poster child, and a lot of times that's what happens down here. Whew. It's wet and windy. See if we can pop it up. Man, is this crosswind bad, guys. I don't know if you can see that or not, but holy shit. Come back, maybe scrape. There we go. Clicker down. Boom, and here we go, 79th. When you cross over 79th, that is the official borderline between Grand Crossing and the Chatham neighborhood. So guys, the neighborhood of Chatham runs in between 79th and 95th, just east the Dan Ryan Expressway. Holy crap, I'm just realizing this now. This is my first time coming to Chatham for a Hoodeats. I don't know how. No idea how that happened. Jesus, man. Never know, boys. Never know. So I gotta be ready. Expect people to not see you when you're riding, especially in an urban setting like this. There is not a bike I trust more to pick up in the streets than the supermoto. Boom. light as a feather. And I really do have to say, Chatham's homes are in beyond good condition. These are beautiful homes. And historically, this is the way this neighborhood has been. Speaking of history, let's start diving in. So in 1887, the city of Chicago annexed the neighborhood of Chatham. Wow, look at that. On 84th and Michigan. This neighborhood was originally home to Irish and Hungarian immigrants that primarily settled here for a lot of the railroad opportunities that were springing up. It remained primarily Irish and Hungarian all the way up until the 1950s, which at that time, it was 98.7% white and like less than a 1% black. And in a 10-year period from 1950 to 1960, the African-American population had grown here to 68.7%. Now the transformation from white to black in a lot of Chicago neighborhoods in that quick a time, historically, is a very violent and hard one. Let's see if we can roll on the leaves. Woo! All the way to stop sign. Come on. Come on. Oh, almost. Back to what I was saying though. However, Chatham was an exception. A lot of the community groups and churches welcomed African Americans in with arms wide open. And the transition between a white middle class and a black middle class was as peaceful as they come. Look at this, I love these little cutaways. The poles, cars can't get through them. Always good to remember stuff like this, boys. Never know when you might need it. And from the 1960s all the way until the early 90s, this neighborhood was primarily just African American middle class and was referred to as the southeast side of Chicago's crown jewel. Look at this, Chatham Park Village Cooperative, Chicago's best kept secret. Literally right as I'm done telling you guys about Chatham being Chicago's best kept secret. This is one of those neighborhoods I really truly do not ride through a lot. Now Chatham is surrounded by some pretty violent neighborhoods as far as neighborhoods go. To the north you have Grand Crossing, to the east you have South Shore, to the west you have Englewood and Auburn Grisham, to the south you have Roseland. So even though this remained a haven for middle-class African Americans for many, many of years, the crime from its neighbors began drifting in. A lot of gangs did begin to settle here in this neighborhood. Every year this neighborhood continues to raise up on the top 10 most deadly neighborhoods in Chicago. Holy crap. What's up?
Who you is?
Brian 636.
This Spot News?
No, I don't do Spot News. Holy crap, man. They got this whole block shut down over here. Any chance I ever get to watch Chicago Fire Department do their thing, I always do, because they are some of the best at putting out structure fires in the whole country. They get the chance to do it quite a bit. There's about 15, 20 fire trucks here. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Alright guys, as much as I want to stick around here and watch this unfold, it's time for me to get going to Hoodeats. I'm getting really hungry and I got a really special place in mind. So with that being said, thank you Chicago Fire Department for always doing the work that you do here in the neighborhoods. Oh, the street art. Black is beautiful. Here we are, 79th and Lawrence. There it is. Tropic Island Jerk Chicken. Their only location in Chicago. They have one more in Indiana. Black-owned business. See it across the street too. Huge sign, black-owned business. Really became common around the south and west side here during the looting, as kind of a lot of business owners' last-ditch attempt to stop looting of their business. They would put that up. Still really common down here. See, we got Tropic Island Jerk Chicken. No, ordering.
COVID, man. The city's got us on a very,
So I just go outside and call?
Go outside and call it right in.
Crazy. COVID. Hi there. I'll have the 4 jerk chicken wings. Yeah, with a side of mac. Yeah, that's fine. And then with a drink, please. Tropic Island chicken. Thank you. Wild. You gotta call in.
I gotta get my phone now.
Yeah, I got a phone if you want. Yeah, I just called my order in. I thought I could go in there and order, you know?
Yes, I like to place an order. Oh, okay, yeah, and I want some yams with that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll be back in a couple minutes, get my food. We're gonna do a nice slow Nice slow wheelie. A lot of clutch work on this thing because there's so much engine brake you got to get rid of when you drop back. King and 79th. Oh man, I'm sitting at the gas station here. I forgot. I didn't finish my history lesson, did I? In 2019, Chatham was Chicago's 13th most deadly neighborhood. And in 2020, it sits at the number 8 position. So far, just this year, and this is November, there's been 129 people shot in this neighborhood, 28 murdered, and 100 shot and wounded. This puts Chatham at the number 8 spot in the top 10 most deadly neighborhoods in Chicago. Got interrupted by that structure fire there. And then my taste buds interrupted that. Now, shootings in general in Chicago have been absolutely skyrocketing this year. We've seen our most deadly year in, man, since probably the 90s. We had our most deadly 24 hours in history where we had like almost 50 people shot and 18 people murdered in 24 hours. And that was the same day as the George Floyd riots kicking off. I think just that lawlessness in the air mixed with the free liquor that was being taken from all the liquor stores and a lot of people just being out, you know, trying to get stuff or just protesting in general. That's a lot of the reason that led up to that. No, I think we got to go in and pick it up. Oh, sick. The train tracks will work.
Ambition in the neighborhood that's full of regrets, maybe full of neglect, but we ain't missing a breath. As we breaking down the history, I bet you get to questioning what food is the best, so we taking the test, yeah.
Guys, this whole COVID thing really has me feeling like I'm back in the military, having the heat outside like this. Had to make sure they threw in some extra napkins because I know how this jerk chicken is. It's messy. Whew. Just how I expected, guys. These are pretty spicy, although I am kind of a chicken when it comes to spicy stuff, so keep that in mind. Did that orange soda go quick, guys? So spicy. Always got to come find a spot to eat by myself now. One of my favorite things about Hoodeats was always getting to sit down with people and talk to people from the neighborhood about that restaurant or that neighborhood or whatever, and now people are scared to be by each other. All in all, I think this year has really done a lot of harm to a lot of people here. I think the crime and the murder rate is a representative of that. You might not think COVID is the direct cause of the murder rate and the crime rate, but if we look at all the underlying factors, it really does point to COVID. And not even the virus itself, but the way the politicians here have handled it. In a matter of a couple of weeks, I know you guys all remember in March, they put hundreds of thousands of people in Chicago here out of work, which, yes, whether you like it or not, when you put a grown man who supports a family, or anyone for that matter, even himself, to fend for himself, he's gonna eat. So overall, that just is gonna lead to an increase in crime. There's gonna be more robberies. There's gonna be more drug dealers. There's gonna be more desperate people wandering our streets. So to the politicians that don't think that it correlates at all and oh, it's just a bad, no, I think it's directly from the way that we've handled the virus here.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. It's a little windy out here today for this shit. I'm going to meet up with them at 3. Yeah. First time I've ever seen something with a sidecar on it. So back to what I was saying. So I think regardless of your political beliefs, or your moral beliefs, or your health beliefs of how we handle this as a society or not, I think we can all see that this has undoubtedly affected the youth here, because the very few opportunities that a lot of young adults had here as far as employment have all become to a screeching stop. Here we go, pop it up second gear, just powers right up to third, smoother out, boom, come back, straight, yes, boom, to knee knocker, back to sit down, coaster. This bike just wheelies itself, man, I swear to God. Very fun, very nice. As I saw Boar Rat, the new one. That's all I've been saying. Alright guys, my belly is full. We got to see Chicago Fire Department do what they do best. We got to let a lady use my phone to make her order from outside of a restaurant. And I got to show you guys around a brand new neighborhood. I hope you guys enjoyed the time in Chatham as much as I did. And I hope your tongues are not as spicy as mine right now. Unless you like that. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And make sure to leave a comment down below on what you thought of the video. If you're able to help out my channel in that extra little way, jump over to my Patreon. The link is down in the description there. That really does help my channel to the umph degree. It's the reason that I can keep making these videos in the first place. As always, here's your least favorite motovlogger telling you to stay safe and respect life, Chicago. I'm out. Peace.